Now, when I heard of Xiaomi launching a flagship in India first, it kind of took me back to a phone I really hated, the Mi 4i, which launched as a flagship for India. And the leaks with the plastic back and downgraded cameras from the Mi 8 made me feel more and more annoyed. It felt like Xiaomi decided to launch another downgrade in India as a flagship for India, hence the POCO F1. Recently, I spent some time with the people behind POCO, and well, why does the POCO F1 exist? Is it just a Mi 4i v2.0? That's what we're going to talk about in today's video. Hey guys, Ash here from C4A Tech, here to a monthly giveaway. Links in the description below, and while you're down there, do hit that bell icon, join the C4E fam. Let's now get started. Now before we start, a disclaimer, whatever I say in this video, now these are all my own opinions formed by my experience in this industry, various other sources, and my communication with POCO itself. With that said, first off, why does POCO exist? We've all seen how Xiaomi self-cannibalizes, in the 10K segment. There are multiple phones that are all competing with each other. And the reason this exists is because some of these phones are, as hard as it is to believe, targeted at the offline market. In a country like India, Xiaomi has found out that it's quite difficult to sustain an online-only model. With Jio, of course, more and more people are getting online, but the offline market is huge. Even as of today, it accounts to 70% of the overall phone sales in India. 7-0. Now, that's why we see many brands spend a lot of money on branding, boards, ads. We see that all around, right? You guys know how many phone ads that we are hammered with every day. And these brands are very successful at this because offline works in India. And saying that, Xiaomi got a renewed focus on offline from last year. And now in a year, they've increased their market share for offline from 0.5% to 20%. And that's amazing for Xiaomi and people buying stuff offline. But for us online people, it's just resulted in a lot of phones being priced close to each other and a lot of confusion. Now, why are there different phones? Why are all these phones being priced so close and all that? That's basically because when you're selling offline, it's not the same as selling online. Because with the offline, you're supposed to be paying more. There are margins for the end seller, the distributor and all that. So the cost of sale kind of goes up. So that is something to keep in mind. Now, POCO is not a solution to this problem, not right now at least, but one of Xiaomi's biggest issues in India, or rather one of our biggest issues with Xiaomi, is the lack of flagships in India. The Xiaomi Mi 3 was amazing. The less I speak about the Mi 4i, the better. The Mi 4 initially launched as 16GB only. The black model launched way too late and was hard to find. The LTE variant never came to India. With the Mi 5 again, we got the underclocked base variant in India. The higher ones never came here. The Mi 6, well, it just didn't flat out come to India, any of the variants. In this time, yes, the Mix did launch here, but the Mix is a niche line, right? It's not mainstream like the Mi flagships. It didn't do well, and I'm guessing that put a lot of pressure on Xiaomi because bringing a phone to India is difficult. They need to assess demand, bring in more, and if it doesn't sell, they'll have to take losses, bring in less, and the flash sales get more and more annoying for us. So therein came the idea for POCO, a dedicated sub-brand that functions a little further from Xiaomi, not worrying about cannibalizing Xiaomi's phones, just looking to bring the best phone possible given the tools they have at their disposal. So given the want and ask for a flagship, they went ahead, built a new phone, designed it from scratch. It's quite different from what we've seen from Xiaomi overall in the past few years. And in came the Snapdragon 845. Again, for a brand like Xiaomi or any brand, familiarity is a thing. You can't have an infinity display on an S8 and then a 16:9 on an S9, right? As a brand, you take a step in one direction, you're expected to stick to it, even if that step's not really a great idea. So in India, we're very passionate about micro SD and the headphone jack, things Xiaomi has taken a decision to omit in their flagships. A decision I absolutely hate and disagree with. But having a sub-brand here helps Xiaomi backtrack on that decision without really backtracking, if that makes any kind of sense. And pushing for the price sensitivity, POCO could make a trade-off going plastic and Kevlar for their higher end, for the Pocophone F1. Now, if this phone launched at 25K, the price of the Mi 8 in China, then I'd have been really annoyed because it would end up being a plastic Mi 8 with downgraded optics. But given the launch price of 20,000, I'm actually not really annoyed. In fact, quite happy to see the POCO F1. I mean, I kind of understand how they were able to like build something from scratch, design it entirely with just a focus on what they wanted to get done and not weighed down by Xiaomi's own different decisions. Now, think Huawei and Honor. Well, Huawei cannot use the Kirin 970 in a 20K phone, Honor can. Case in point, Honor Play. Similarly, when Oppo cannot use a P60 chip at 10K, Realme can. Now, it's that kind of push competitiveness, a sub-brand that doesn't come with the baggage of the original big brand can bring with it. So POCO, as Xiaomi sub-brand, has come up with a kick-ass product in the F1. Well, at least in my initial impressions, it's been very positive. I'm in the process of testing out the phone and I'll have more to say in my full review. But as far as the sub-brand POCO itself is concerned, I am quite intrigued. I can't wait to see what more they bring to India. How much more competitive can they get? So, turns out Xiaomi wasn't trying to pull a Mi 4i V2. They're just trying to work things out internally, and that is great news for us, the consumers. Anyway, this is just a topic I was very curious about. I really wanted to understand, and I just wanted to explain my take on it to you guys. Do you like different, non-review, non-unboxing videos like this? I know you guys like the laptop video, so that's something I'm planning on doing. But these kind of videos, a little bit of explanation or my own take on things, opinions, if I might say, are these kind of videos something you'd like to see? Let me know in the comments below. And I guess that's it. If you hated the video, again, you can let me know with a thumbs up. But if you did like it, if you did find it interesting, give this video a big, huge thumbs up. Subscribe and hit that bell to turn on notifications. And now it's time I bid you adieu. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4E Tech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye bye.